So as you know, a big part of our Imagine More efforts is renovating this space, the sanctuary space, that not only serves as a space for Sunday mornings, but also, and really more often, a space for our school. And it has the potential to be a space for a lot of other community events. Now some of you have said, but Matt, isn't it really just cosmetic? Don't we need to just like replaster the ceiling, put some paint on the walls, maybe change out the carpet, and we're done? Oh no. There is a whole lot of infrastructure that needs to be addressed in this space. And I don't think most of you have an understanding of just how much we are kind of piecing things together in this space. And the first thing I want to show you is all of the wiring, how we wire up all the technology here. I'm back at the tech booth where we run a lot of the technology here for Sunday mornings. And I wanna show you something. This looks like a support beam, but in reality, behind here is almost all of our wiring. Here, let's take a closer look. What you see here is all of the stuff that's been run over the years through the ceiling and then down through here. You can see that this really isn't even secured anymore, and this is running Cat5 cables and instrument cables and electrical wires that are going all throughout the building. We can't really do much more with this, and I'm not really sure it's a good solution. So that's one thing I want to show you, but there's more. We love Christmas at St. Mark because of all the Christmas decorations. You love it when the lights are on and the trees are up, but because of the way the electrical is wired in this sanctuary, which is really kind of strange, we have to go through a really interesting process to turn on all the Christmas lights. So you notice that right now they're off, but if you want to turn them on, join me. We go all the way back into this side room back here, where there is this really old light dimmer that controls everything. It's kind of buried under dust. It's not replaceable or serviceable anymore. It's that old. But in order to turn on those circuits that control the lights, you have to do this. You can hear it kick up. There. Now the lights are on. There you go. There should be an easier way to do that. But wait, there's more. Speaking of lights, we have these overhead house lights that are dimmable. You can turn up the brightness and turn it down, like you should be able to do in any sanctuary or auditorium. But we can't turn ours up and down anymore because the dimmer pack is broken. Actually, it's not so much broken as it's a fire hazard. At least that's what we've been told by some mechanical engineers who have showed us that this controller right here, this is the ancient dimmer pack that is no longer serviceable, no longer useful. They have told us that if we continue to dim the lights, this right here is a significant fire hazard. So we've actually cut off access to it. We can't use it anymore, which means our lights are either on or off and nothing in between. So all of this has to get replaced. And that's not a small thing. But wait, there's more. Let's say we could dim our lights and we wanted to dim our lights under the current circumstances. If we want to do that, we've got to go all the way up into the choir loft to dim the house lights. Can't do it downstairs. It's not wired that way. You got to come all the way up here and come into this room and find the switch for the power. And then, if you want to dim them, you have to use this. This was built with Radio Shack parts, and it's about as safe and effective as it looks. It's just a pack of raw wires here with some switches. See, you turn the house lights on and off there. Some switches, but it is completely and utterly homemade. Now, the other thing that's up here is the power that runs our speakers and our audio. That's the hum you can probably hear in the background. It's this machinery back here. But the switch for that is kind of hidden. In order to turn on the power that powers the speakers, well, you got to do this. You gotta put your hand under the table here and feel around for the switch. And there it is. Now we've got power for the speakers. That's how you turn that on. But wait, there's more. I mentioned earlier that the ceiling needs to be addressed. It's not just patch and paint. We have some pretty significant leaks in the ceiling. If you look up on a Sunday morning, you'll see some stains from some water. That's not a cheap fix, and we want to do it the right way so that it all is safe and secure for the next 50, 60 years. But last week, you may have seen me post about this. This drop ceiling right here next to the stage, it completely fell down. We weren't messing with it. We weren't hanging Christmas lights on it. The infrastructure above it just simply gave away. It was done. It was too old. Now, thankfully, our facility crew here was able to salvage it, kind of piecemeal it back together. But it's not just this section that's getting ready to fall down. It's all of this and all the other stuff on the other side. I could keep going. I could show you more. And I don't mean this in any way as a slight to the great people of St. Mark who have invested in this facility and kept it going for so long. But you can only patchwork things for so long before you got to do a rework of the whole thing. We're going to put in some awesome technology that'll carry us into the future and make Sunday mornings and Christmas pageants and community events top-notch, something that everyone will want to come and see. But also, and most importantly, replace all of the infrastructure, the electrical, some other pieces in here to make sure that this facility is not just functional, but safe and a great place for us to worship in for the future and do everything we want to do so that every plug works, every ceiling stays in place, and the lights dim. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for being part of St. Mark. And if you have questions about Imagine More and all the other things we want to accomplish in this project, don't hesitate to reach out to me or to Dallas Lusk, our executive director. It's not about the size of your gift. It's about all of us together giving a gift to renovate this entire space, not just for us, but for the future. Thanks.